What's up guys, Darkdally here, and today I'm remodeling my settlement at Sanctuary that you may remember from a couple videos ago. Now in my last couple of videos I was working on my settlement, my military checkpoint feeling settlement at Starlight, and I decided to take a break from that and come back here and remodel Sanctuary. I'm kind of going for like a modern artsy kind of feel, like I don't know if a South American warlord had way too much money and was way too paranoid. Maybe he built something like this. So, where to start? Yeah, it's been quite the overhaul. If you remember what it looked like previously,
You showed up
and
just in the nick of time.
I have kept most of the same things I had before. For instance, the design in here is still exactly the same. Yes, everything is really moved and shifted around. It's because well, obviously it's just temporary. I was moving and shifting stuff around as I was replacing the walls. I have kept this area in here mostly the same, and I'll go over some more of this in detail. There's a lot I want to show you, including some new things I came up with for defense. This is going to be, well, I'll leave this as a surprise, I guess, what I'm going to do here. I know what I'm going to do here. It's going to be something pretty cool. And then I have changed, well, I've changed and updated everything with the Institute textures from Unlocked Settlement Objects. I did go ahead and download the rest of those Unlocked Settlement Objects patches, and an updated list of my load order will be in the comments below. I've also redone the area where I have the crops. I did previously have a higher wall. Note that this is not finished and these stairs are not going to be here. They're just for my moving around. This is not finished whatsoever. However, I did decide to keep this wall lower down here for two reasons. A, really don't think raiders are going to be hucking Molotovs 20 feet in the air to get into my crops, and B, my main raider point has been right here. I've had enough raids now that excuse me, I've seen the raiders usually mass right here, and it's probably because my water purifiers are there and my crops are here. It could be why, or this is one of the spawn points, and this just could be the biggest spawn point. Either way, I decided that up there would be the best vantage point to kill these raiders from, and so a taller wall was in the way. So let me show you some of the new things I came up with. Yes, and again, yeah, everything's kind of just sitting around here. I had to pull everything out from where it was. No power is hooked up currently, except just a few generators here and there to power the basic functions of the doors. So I have brought back, you know, the power window things I had at my military checkpoint in Starlight. And that's one reason I wanted to come back here and take a break from that place, is I wanted to use some of the new ideas I'd found there on this settlement. And I know that in doing so, I'll find new stuff to take back there, and each settlement can help improve the other. And then these doors, though I love them, they just don't go everywhere. You just can't always get them to snap. So I started using these ones as well. And this has been the best vantage point to shoot the raiders from. As I said, they seem to, at least for me, really group up down there heavily. And up here, this is going to be my control center, I guess you could say. I'm not real sure exactly what I want to do, but this will be the control center, so to speak. It does have a great view of everything from here, and here's my new window, which I wanted to show you, my armored window, simply using this door. And it's pretty large, but it will clip through anything. However, once you place it, nothing's going to clip through it. So once you place it, make sure you're done building. You know, this is something you want to place last, and it is going to clip through your ceiling. It does poke through up there, but there's no way to get up there or see up there, so it doesn't matter. I really like this look. It creates a cool... This switch won't be there. That's just temporary. It's actually a small generator that I have powering this door. Yeah, that won't be there. But yeah, that creates such an awesome armored window. Some other things I did. Don't think there's a reason to show how I did this. It's pretty simple. My same security gate with the rug glitch to block the window, and then you don't even have to use the rug glitch for this door. It just goes there. Just a matter of placing it very carefully so that, you know, it's all straight. Oh, and this textures. I love these textures. How the reflection, see how it reflects that yellow from the roof? I love that. I'm eager to see what this place looks like once I get lighting installed with the reflective nature of these dark surfaces. I did put some supports for my hallway, whatever you want to call it here. I decided to use scaffoldings. I was debating over using pillars versus scaffoldings. The pillars could help kind of perpetuate this kind of artistic feel to it, but I felt I needed more yellow accents, so I went with the scaffolding, and I think it looks pretty good. Nothing has changed here, really. Actually, there is one thing I decided. I'm using these security gate fencing instead of the concrete mesh pieces I had before. To do this right here is actually a bit of a trick, because it won't let you place these on a wall, I found out. So let me grab one of these walls and I will show you what I'm talking about. If you put down a wall, and then we're going to grab one of the security fence, there it is. It won't let you place it. It won't even like go there. It just automatically falls through, so you can't place it on there. So here's what I did to get the gate on top of those walls. Let's put that over there. Let's go grab let's grab another one to go beside it. No, you're going to be like that, huh? There we go. What I did was I used a floor. Yeah, that'll work. Or not. Okay, no matter. There we go. Just get like that, just get a floor up on top of it. And then what I did was I just carefully aligned this on top of the floor, delete the floor, and the security gate drops down. Only preferably do it actually straight. That is how I achieved this look, and it came out pretty well. So some planned defenses I have for down here. I've been watching the raids happen, and I noticed a lot of the raiders take cover in these houses. There's always bodies in these houses. See, there's one right there. And I decided part of upping my defense is not only creating good places to take cover and to fire from, but also to take away places that they can take cover and fire from. So what I'm going to be doing in the upcoming changes to this settlement, besides, you know, finishing what's here and refurnishing it, is I'm going to be blocking off these buildings. I decided a good idea, start blocking off these buildings so they can't get into them. And also, I'm going to kind of start creating a wall around here. And it's not a wall to keep them out. It's a wall to let them in, you could say. It's a wall to have them come in and give them nowhere to take cover from, so they're stuck out in the open. I think that might be a good idea. I've had several raids. I've mentioned before I'm running immersive gameplay, which changes a lot. In fact, I would say most of the features of the game. And I will have a video reviewing every single feature of that mod because I love it so much. Because I'm running that, I have been getting very large raids. I had one raid of 50 raiders, but at the same time, they're not all like that. Sometimes I just get a couple, sometimes I get a few, so I never know. When I hear the gunshots ringing out, I don't know if it's going to be 5 raiders or 50 raiders. It's very fun. Now, if you'll recall a couple videos ago, I had a question about those curved walls, how in the build menu there's the small ones. Oh darn, I did it again. How there's the small ones, and then there's also the large curved walls. Right here. And I found one use, and so I wanted to go ahead and say that. So we have these small ones, and then we have the normal sized ones. Okay, well, I'm sure you remember me showing you that these are smaller than these. Well, here's one use for them. The other trick I showed to cover up the ugly business at the bottom of the building I used here. And I found that the small one, these are right here, are the small curved walls, and these are the regular size. And they are big enough, if it would have let me put it here, to show you that, well, I guess you can see it right here. They're big enough that they can wrap around the small ones if you do it just right. And so this created a really awesome look. So this is one thing you could do with the smaller curved walls. One of my viewers actually just commented on that video saying that they had a use for it. And well, here's another one. So there's that, and I think that came out looking pretty nice. Now, as far as the other stuff here, maybe I should slow down and actually show you some of what I've spent so much time building. I spent all day yesterday building this. There's obviously going to be a lot more to this building, because I figure if I go up really high up there, then I can have a great vantage point of everything. Didn't really use any fancy tricks. Mostly everything is snapped together, except for tricks I used to snap warehouse roofs and walls to concrete, and I've gone through that, how I do that, in other videos, so I will provide a link to those videos below in the description. If there's something that needs to be fixed, that gap, yep, I'll get to that. So I'm going for kind of a modern, futuristic, sci-fi, whatever kind of feel in here. And so I'm updating all the furnishings and everything I can to go with it. This area here I want to be big and open. It's going to go up very high. Well, as high as it'll let me. The ceiling here at Sanctuary is not very high. So I've hit it before simply with a 4-story elevator, unfortunately. And then in here we're going to have workstation. I probably should have gone slowly like this and shown it first, but first I wanted to show you some of the stuff that I was going to show you, why I'm uploading this video. These are kind of ugly with the gates and everything. The gates don't really match, but these work really well to have a great vantage point from up here. This was previously my workshop area, and it will probably return to that status. There's at least be armor and stuff in here. My power armor place. It's a good place to work on power armor because it's close to my sleeping and crafting quarters. And when a raid happens, I definitely do not want a long run to go grab my power armor. That's for sure. And then we'd have down here this, well, this could be my control room. I kind of made that place down there with that intent. This could be it here. I'm not sure exactly yet what I'm going to do with this. But my crops are pretty good. There's really no need to expand them. I have 28 food, which is more than enough for the 10 or 11 settlers that I have here. So that's about it for this. Plan changes that I intend to make and the progress I've made. This is coming along really nicely as I take a break from my Starlight Drive-In settlement. Tell me what you think, how you think it looks. If there's anything that you want to know how I did, although like I said, it's all pretty self-explanatory, but let me know. I hope you enjoy the video. I had a lot of fun yesterday. I spent all day building here. So, alright guys, it's been a pleasure. My name is Darkdally. I will catch you guys next time.